Alrighty, hello people, here we are again. It's your friend Milo with episode number 18 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Yes, sirree. Thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 18. We're doing all the things. We're going to go straight into it right here, right now. Yeah, what you got to do, start it off, you got to take off the sides, put on the top, make sure it's securely screwed into the base, and then you got to set it up in the corner and use the correct type of mood lighting before you take any of your fancy photos, your fancy schmancy Instagram cash cows where you post all your crazy ass photos and people come and like them, getting all types of likes and DMs in your comments, or DMs in your inbox, all these crazy people offering to, pay you money or suck on your toes or whatever it might be. That's where all the excitement is happening. So let's make sure you've got it screwed on tight, left off loose, and that none of the caboose gets out through the tubes. You know what I'm saying? We're all about tying up those tubes today. We're trying to pass things through the tunnels that are not meant to be there otherwise. You know what I'm saying? It's all about subjugating the laws of physics and the basic laws of man, because they do not have any dominion over myself, and nor should they over you. We are all self-governing people right here, right now in this space, and this is like a safe space for all sovereign humans right now. We are the one true selves, the one true leaders of our own destiny, and no one be telling us what to do, who to hang with, what to eat, what to dress up like, or, what to wear, that type of thing. Trying to change our diet. It's, people always trying to tell you to do the good thing, eat healthy, eat clean, eat those whole foods or whatever. But I'm like a half food type of guy. I want to eat half food, half processed crap, man. I want it to be broken down, redistributed, coagulated, emphasized, and embalmed with all types of alternative man-made chemicals that preserve it and keep it going. So I don't want to come and put something that's gone past its use-by date into my mouth hole, because that will make me sick. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's really good that we have so many preservatives that are oxidizing our livers, our organs, our hearts, our brains, just our thoughts getting slowed down by the fatty chemical foods that we put into our bloodstream. You know what I'm saying? Slowing us down, or some cases speeding us up, I guess. You got like all kinds of hormones and all kinds of growth stuff pumped into the poultry, pumped into the livestock, pumped into the feed, and then we go ahead and feed on them. Unless you're vegan, then you probably don't feed on animals at all. You probably feed on a bunch of bullshit that no one likes the taste of. No one likes the taste of it, all right? Especially your friends. Don't take them to a vegan restaurant. They do not like it. They will not like it. They will pretend to like it. They will laugh. They will smile. They will placate you. But they will not enjoy the ride, because it is bumpy. It's not a smooth sailing fucking journey that we're on. It's all about getting to the amazing highs, but to get there, you got to see some of the lowest lows. It's all about turmoil, turbulence, and shaking up and down. When it comes to the tremors, the quakes, the earth is shaking. You know what I mean? Shaking that bacon, how many lives you taken? If we all could just plate up a couple meals and serve them out to the people that need a cup of feel, then we can all heal and then rejoice with the number one deal of the century when you put in your code into the checkout, the Milo Podcast, and you can get 60% off of all of the things that you've always ever wanted. Your dream home, the caravan, the bungalow. What do they call it when you get away in a bungalow? It's a good one. Bungalow. Get yourself a bungalow and then bungee jump off of the crazy ass cliffs where they strap some vines to your legs, and then I suppose it's not a cliff, is it? It's more like a turret, more like a turret, a watch house, a guard house. Strap up your guards and put them in with the pistols and rehouse the ammunition, take out the shell casings, reload them full of bulletproof powder and all that type of stuff. So when you get firing, that the enemies are admiring that the ammunition that you're perspiring. I'm sweating bullets right here, you know what I'm saying? It's all true in love and war. It's all healthy. It's all unhealthy. We're trying to redistribute our calories, and our caloric intake is too high, you know what I'm saying? Carbohydrates, man, it's all bad for you. It's all bad. You got to get high protein, low carb diet right now if you want to get shredded. Those carbs are going straight to your thighs, straight to your abs, and soon you're not going to be able to see your abs. All you're going to see is these donut fucking spare tire that you're keeping around your midriff right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's about time that you get in and do some of those push-ups, the sit-ups, and a little bit of cardio. Reduce your BMI. You want to get that, shrink that fat down to a respectable level like a normal human being. No one's saying that you need to get anorexic or bulimic about it or whatever, man. You can still eat healthy, have a nice meal, just do regular exercise. Just get up off that chair and fucking out of your comfort zone every once in a while and get a light sweat on, you know what I'm saying? Do some reps, man. Do some reps. Do a couple laps. You know, it's all about the sets, the reps, and all that type of shit, bruh. That's the key to fitness. You got to up your sets, up your reps until you get so exhausted that you're tired of lifting the weight, that you're tired of climbing them stairs, you're tired of doing the box jumps or whatever the fuck it might be, the burpees, the close quarters combat, the high interval intensity training, or the motherfucking CrossFit. You know what I'm saying? Lifting up the weights, putting them back down, lifting up the weights and putting them back down. That's what it's all about to get fit and healthy. But what about your mind? You ever thought about what you need to do? What kind of exercises you need to do for your mind? Yeah, no one ever thinks about that, do they? Yeah, a lot of people be in the gym doing all their exercises, lifting their weights and doing whatever the fuck to try and help out their body, get more fit, get more shredded, get more lean, get more bulked up, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Injecting the sexiness into those muscles so that you can attract a mate or whatever. But a lot of people neglect. This is where they go wrong. They put all the emphasis on their body and they put no emphasis on their mind. So you get a bunch of retarded idiots that are just walking around lifting up weights and going, do. See, people like these weightlifting type people or physical type people, they're always like, yeah, get out of your comfort zone. Make sure you challenge yourself and make sure you do this and that. Yeah, it's all about, you know, it's tackling the tough fucking things, rising to the occasion. You got to overcome and you've got to achieve and all that type of shit. But then you try to challenge them mentally and they're like, no, I don't have time. What you need to do is you need to put yourself into some like traumatic scenario, some traumatic fucking situation, some psychological damage has got to occur before you can rebuild that psychological muscle. So that's what weightlifting is all about. You got to break down those muscles. You got to get the tears along the muscle fibers and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when it repairs and regrows, it comes back even stronger. Yeah, so that's what you got to do. You got to get yourself out in there mentally as well. You got to shred that mind. You got to bulk it up, and then you got to hit it. You got to hit it with some high intensity fucking thoughts, you know? Some type of psychological shit that you've never really, it's going to rock your world, you know, rock the way that you understand life, the way that you manifest with reality and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. You need to challenge yourself mentally and shake up that worldview, because you're not going to make any type of advancements if you just keep on drudging the same old fucking mental abyss that you've been dwelling in for so long now. I mean, what's it going to take for you to jump out of your comfort zone and start thinking about some new type of thoughts? So that's one of the things. Like a lot of people, they be listening to like the wellness podcasts and health podcasts, and they be listening to all type of fitness advice and Athlean X and all these dudes on YouTube trying to show you how to bulk up or cut down or, you know, respect your body. What about respecting your mind, man? People want to put themselves through this type of physical pain, physical subjugation, you know? Yeah, subject themselves to like some physical fucking punishment. And then they come out the other side like, oh yeah, that was so painful, it was so brutal, but look at me now. And then you try to get them to do that with their mental fucking shackles, and they can't do it, man. It's like, oh no, I'm stuck in my mental ways. They get listening to those podcasts, listening to the self-help influencers, the Cobra Tates, the fucking, all those people, right, teaching you how to be a man. All those people that lacked father figures, looking up to social media influencers who are more like women than their fathers ever will be. Trying to learn how to be a man in today's day and age, where women are more alpha than most of the guys out there, because guys are being babified. Maybe we do need a war. Maybe we need a war to come by and get all these fucking basic ass bitch dudes that are too weak to pick up a flamethrower. They need to burn in type of some type of carpet bomb airstrike or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because that would be some mental anguish right there. We need to get some mental toughness, mental fortitude. The only way to do that is not by fucking feeding your brain with positivity. I think I can, I know I can. I'm listening to Terry Robbins. I'm listening to Jocko Willink. I'm listening to Joe Rogan. I'm listening to motherfucking David Goggins. I'm going to wake up at 4:30 a.m. every fucking day. And I'm going to go running up that hill. Blah, blah, blah. See, these guys surround their brains with this type of mental fucking pollution, and really all it is just like candy, man. It's like mental floss, mental candy, mental cotton candy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about it's all just mental calories, caloric intake to your brain. And your brain gets so fatty and comfortable, you like to start hearing this shit all the time. So you wake up in the morning, you throw on your podcast, and you think you've got all the right ideas, but in matter of fact, you're just being programmed by some dude. That's all it is. You're getting programmed by some podcaster to think all of the thought that he thinks instead of any of the thoughts of your own. You know what I mean? Or influencer or whoever it may be. These fucking alpha male podcasts are so cringe, dude. They're so cringe. They invite the most fucking... I mean, look, for a start, they invite the most fucking Jurassic Park type girls on there or whatever. These just absolute beasts. They get them on there and like fucking just nasty, evil women. They get these influencer girls on these alpha male podcasts, and they're just doing their thing, man. I mean, how can you blame these women for doing whatever they're doing, like being like showing their titties on the gram, starting an OnlyFans or whatever the fuck it might be? They got all 1 million followers on the Instagram because they show their ass or whatever it might be, right? And then you get these dudes, these fucking whatever podcast type losers who just sit around all fucking day around this fucking table with a bunch of brainless women, and they get to act all superior. Look what I do. And they re-fucking gurgitate a bunch of old red pill bullshit that's been around for like 20 plus years or whatever. I mean, that red pill philosophy's been around for a long ass time, right? And you get these dudes, these alpha male type dudes who, honestly, man, God, they just make me sick. I mean... when I watch these dudes being so feminine, they're like, excuse me, no, but that's the thing. And they're talking over top of each other, and they've got like such highly charged feminine energy, like the level of excitement inside of their bodies, it's just pouring out physiologically. You can see them trembling and twitching. They just can't contain themselves. It's like, oh my God, I got to say all the stuff. So I'm going to say the things, and I'm so cool, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Bruh, sit down, do a workout, and fucking get some of that anxiety away from your body. Get some of that adrenaline out, bruh, because you're just sitting around the table with like one or two other males and then a bunch of women, and you can see how hyped up these guys get. They're like, oh, I control this domain. I'm on the microphone. I can just say whatever the fuck I want. I can call these women bitches, and I can fucking trash talk them and blah, 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 blah. And I ain't saying that these women aren't bitches, bruh, because a lot of the bitches on these podcasts are bitches, right? But... if you ever check out these types of podcasts, I think the dudes have got a lot of fucking explaining to do, man, because those motherfuckers be beta, if you know what I'm saying, right? That couldn't be me, man. Couldn't be me because I'm too busy tearing it down. I've been working on my mortgage for 50 fucking years, and one day I'm going to pay off this property, and I'm going to start some type of empire that has never seen before. I'm going to build the wall. I'm going to shut down the sewage, and I'm going to go down into the layers of tunnels and see if I can find the lost children, bring them back to their families, and I'm going to light up society, man. I'm going to shine a new light on the new age, the new era. It's all about the era of Milo, and we are waking up to a new dawn, people. We are waking up like Russell Brand. We're waking up. I'm here to tell you about all the things that you think that you should know, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Russell Brand, right? Am I right, people? Russell Brand. He used to be a funny guy. He used to be a bit of a sex-crazed maniac actor, comedian type guy. I mean, he started off as a normal dude. He was on like free-to-air TV back in the monoculture days, back when the internet was still in its formative years and most normies around the world hadn't picked it up yet. There was Russell Brand on TV and watching Sarah Jessica Marshall and like, you know, regular ass movies, right? He was a regular ass movie guy and comedian, TV face personality, but he went severely off into the deep end, doing all this conspiracy theory type talking head type bullshit, and he became the very thing that he now speaks out against, which is brainwashing, mind fucking numbing loser, which is basically what all of these talking heads are. It doesn't matter if you're on the left, if you're on the right, if you're a conspiracy theorist, or if you're some type of toe the line, bootlicker, leftist guy, or right leaning fucking bootlicker, whatever, man. Look, man, people can lick as many boots as they want. I'm not afraid of that. I don't condemn it. If you like the taste of leather and shoe polish, then be my guest. Get some of that shit straight there on your taste buds. and get a liver full of liquor, licking a liver full of leather. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. You want to get those particles atomized inside of your belly, combined and rebroken into new types of molecules, so when you throw them back up, you've got some kind of unobtainium material that other people don't have, and you've just forged it right there in your cold, hard stomach of hell, right? Get those atoms smashed, motherfucker. Long hair, short hair, big head of hair. People got to shave their heads, people got to grow their hair out, get it plaited, do hairstyles, whatever the fuck. Go down to the barbershop and get yourself a nice type of cut or a fade. Apples, oranges, bananas, all your favorite flavors of lollipop or candy or ice cream or whatever the fuck, man. Mix it with a bit of liquor and then you got yourself a party. Let's get lit, motherfucker. Bring that shit around on a Friday night or, you know, whatever, some type of long weekend when you get the crew together, gather around the crystal ball and start staring into the clouds of it. Oh, I wish I can. I think that I can see something. Oh, can I communicate to the dead? And suddenly it zaps some type of memory into your brain where you're like, holy shit, man, I can see the future. And you start making all these types of accurate, crazy predictions and changing your lifestyle, and people don't quite understand where you're coming from. You're acting on this arcane sort of knowledge that's inside of your brain. They don't have access to it, and you're never going to convince them otherwise. You know what I'm saying? They'll be looking at you like, what's this motherfucker up to? He's changed his ways entirely lately. I don't know what he's up to. I don't know how to get him. I just don't get him. You know what I mean? I can't follow what he's putting down. I can't pick up what he's writing. I can't read what he's saying, you know? That doesn't matter. If once you're on the path and you see the light, don't let anything come between you and the end of that tunnel, motherfucker. Just go there. Go there and die there. And who's saying that you won't be rewarded for your efforts in the first place, guys? You've gone so far now, there's no point in going back. You're going to waste everything that you've put into this. You're going to put all that effort down the drain, all the support and all the fucking teamwork that your friends and family, they rallied around. They said you could do it. It was so profound. Now they saw you through it. Now you're on the ground and you're going to chew it because you have just found a way to prune it. Yeah. It's all about pruning back those hedges, watering the gardens, and getting the sweetest berries, the most juiciest citrus off of them fruits, off of them twigs, getting them fruits, getting them veg, and maybe getting some nice berries or whatever the fuck, legumes, peanuts, fucking cashews, almonds, macadamia nuts, bro. Macadamia nuts, they go quite hard, man, hard in the paint. Hard in the paint, like my candy-colored Rover, my bright red Ferrari, my green Lamborghini. We pulling up to the scene, man. You ought to see me. I pull up in that brand new bikini. Yeah, we do a bit of freestyling. We do a bit of textiling. It's all about weaving getting the seamstresses to put the needle into the fabric, man. We're cutting up all types of knots and we're shredding it down in the new tailor-made suits, and we're mixing and matching the fabrics into all kinds of sets. You do not want to miss this red carpet event because we be pulling up with all the latest fashions, bruh. We pulling up in the flares and the suits and all the types of different fucking ponchos and the mankinis and the romplers and over the romplers. Yeah, the romplers. Yeah, man. Don't ask me about fashion, man. I'll tell you about it. I know everything that you need to know, like Versace, Gucci, Prada. Yeah, right? See, you didn't think I knew about that. Balenciaga. Yeah, MCM, right? Yeah, I know about fashion, man. Don't test me. Don't try to step to me. I'm the fashion gangster. Me and my crew used to be called the fashion gangsters, the FGs, man. We were the FGC, you know what I'm saying? The fashion gangster crew. We'd be pulling up in our leather and our leather-bound jackets and got all kinds of rhinestones encrusted on our rings and gems and fucking whatever the hell else. Swagged out bandanas on the side of my head. Got a flag poking from my pocket. Bloods or Crips, baby. Check the dance, man. Check the dance. Check all of my affiliations. You don't know who I'm connected with, so you don't want to cross paths with me lest you find yourself looking down the wrong side of a 44 caliber rifle, brah, or pistol, or whatever the fuck. I don't know what a 44 caliber is. It's some type of weapon. It shoots you and you die. So don't get it twisted, man. Me and my gang, we be the hardest motherfuckers out there doing all kinds of shit. Bad crimes, good crimes. We're doing good times for that money, man. Mr. Mimes. We be taking down all those dollar bills, y'all, putting it in the sack with the dollar signs on it, put it out the back, and we're far from it. I mean, from rich. I mean, we're getting closer to being rich every day. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna break straight into the bank, and then I'm gonna take all of the cash that they got behind the bank. Yeah. One day I was in a bank. I was a little kid. My dad went in the bank to do some stuff or whatever, and at the front of the bank, there was some guy blowing up balloons, and he was blowing up balloons. It was some type of fundraising. I wouldn't say fund. It wasn't a fundraiser. It was awareness type thing. Some dude look, you step into the bank, and there was a guy at the table at the front of the fucking bank, like you inside the door, and he's sitting at the table with a tablecloth on it, and he was blowing up balloons. And anyway, we went in there and we lined up. And my dad was lined up at the teller, and he was talking to the girl behind the teller or whatever, and then suddenly one of the balloons popped and went bang! And in my 10-year-old fucking genius, I yelled, "Stick 'em up!" And everybody laughed. Everyone thought that was a great fucking thing to say, especially for such a young man. But there was a couple of people who really had some negative thoughts and opinions about it. They went on to Google and they shared their opinions. They gave me a 1-star review. This little motherfucker just came in the bank and told everybody to stick him up, and he wasn't even being truthful. He was lying. And so I had to deal with all these 1-star reviews on my fucking bank visitation, and people were like, "Oh, don't let this kid back in the bank, man. He's 10 years old. Imagine what he's going to do when he's 20. Yeah, keep that motherfucker outside of the bank. He doesn't need to store funds. He doesn't need to get money out the bank. He doesn't even need to get a bank card or a credit card or anything like that. And if he wants to buy a house, he can go and fucking do it elsewhere. He can go and squat for all I care, because we are writing this motherfucker off. No bank loans, no mortgage, no money, no motherfucking statements. There's nothing. We ain't having anything to do. We are totally unaffiliated with the Milo Podcast, and we don't want anything to do with him. We are not having nothing to do with that mess over there." And I was just only 10 years old at the time. I was like, "Man, what the fuck, bro? Why are these motherfuckers hating down on me so hard? I'm only 10. Guess that's the thing about growing up though, right? You got to open up bank accounts, you got to get jobs, you got to get paid, you got to fucking, unless you do cash in hand type shit, then I guess you still got to get paid and you still got to get a job, but you don't have to open up a bank account necessarily. You'll be getting cash in hand, no tax on that, man, under the table, right on there on your lap there, bruh. You know what I'm saying? There's no tax, there's no income, there is no man there to grift off the top or whatever the fuck. How do you even say that? Like to skim off the top. There ain't no tax man breathing down your neck until it comes time for you to declare your living situation or whatever, how you paying for rent, how you gonna get a loan on that house or whatever. You've been taking cashies your entire life, cash in hand type shit, bruh. Which is all good. That's the way to get maximum profit, maximum payment for your work, I guess. But then you don't have any paper trails, no records, nothing to prove that you have an income when the time should come that you need to get some type of credit or loan or ask the bank for money or whatever the fuck. You just got nothing to your name. You can say, "Hey, I worked for J&J's Handyman for the last 20 years and they've been paying me, I've been earning $1,000 a week for the past 20 years, so I can pay back this loan." They're like, "Well, where's the receipts, mate? Where is the receipts, mate? You got to show them some statements, show them some income, show them some pay slips, or you're not going to get none. They won't give you money. They won't give you honey. You're not a bee. You're going up a tree." You know what I'm saying? It's all about going up a tree like a cat, getting stuck up there, and then having the neighborhood grandma call the firefighter to come and get you down because you can't get the fuck down. You just want to stay up in that tree looking down the neighborhood. "Oh, look, I can see everything from up here. I can see the neighbor's dog. I can fucking blah, blah, blah." You know what I mean? But you're not going to get any food up there. People are just going to come along, throw eggs at you, throw footballs, throw rolls of toilet paper if it's Halloween or whatever, trying to get the cat from out of the tree. Why is that such a thing, man? Cats go up in trees and then they can't get back down. I mean, it happens every day. I see it every day around my workplace. It's just every second fucking day. Cat stuck up in a tree. Here come the police. Here comes the army. Here comes the fucking fire brigade. Chop the tree down or fucking blow the tree up or whatever it might be to get the cat down, man. I think we just need to either get cats, like declaw them so they can't climb up trees anymore or do anything like with their claws. Like no more scratching furniture, no more all that shit, no more killing birds. Or we just need to ban trees so that cats can't get... Or like maybe put a ring of barbed wire around the tree. That would stop cats from climbing it, I guess, unless they got metal like gloves on. The cats with metal gloves and the razor wire doesn't bother their pink little feet. That might be pretty brutal, especially if they were a tiger or a lion, man. Like, those are some big-ass cats. They already got some razor fucking claws happening, man. Imagine if they had, like, gauntlets on as well. They could smash the fuck out of you. Wouldn't be able to beat them in an arm wrestle then, would ya? Trying to run away from a fucking big black-maned lion with silver gauntlets on in the fucking African plains. Yeah, good luck is all I can say. This ain't no paddle pop, bruh. This is the real deal, man. Ain't no chocolate, strawberry, fucking rainbow, banana flavored shit happening here, man. It's all about putting the meat straight on the stick. Red muscle, blood, bone, brain, and organs. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that matter. Flesh. I'm a big fan of flesh personally. I really like flesh. I like to cook it. I like to eat it. I like to put it in my mouth. I'd like to caress it, and I like to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Get a nice rare done steak, and you slap it down on the plate with a couple veggies, and Bob's your uncle. You're ready to feast, man. Ready to nourish your mind and your brain for the tasks and the problems which are going before you in the day, right? The next 24 hours is going to be very tribulating. There's a lot of trials for you to face, and you're going to need the right amount of energy, and a couple of ICMs and an up and go is not going to do that, man. You're going to need more than a black coffee. You're going to need more than a few Wheat Bix, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some breakfast meat into you, full of protein, full of fats, full of oils, and keep that fucking body going, man. Well lubricated stomach. You got to get that lubrication straight into your joints so you don't seize up doing all that hard work, all that CrossFit type shit. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people were reaching out to me over this past week asking me if I was okay, asking me if I was doing well, if I was, if I was all there, if I was meeting my deadlines, if I was going to pass all the tests. And to that, I have to say, none of your fucking business. Stop reaching out, stop asking me questions, and stop caring, because I don't give a shit, man. Whatever I do is not up to you. Whatever I do is all on me, man. And I be just, I'm on my own regime. I'm on my own time. And some days I might feel like doing this. Some days I might feel like doing that. So I'm just real sorry if I don't live up to your fucking expectations or whatever your fucking, your standards are or whatever the fuck, man, because I'm not on your time. Guess what? You don't employ me. Guess what? We're not even friends, okay? So whatever you think about me, I really don't care. Why don't you just go and kick rocks, suck eggs, and touch grass, because none of what you think matters to me. I'm a self-contained man. So I've got my own motivations. I've got my own fucking, ideas, and I'll be acting on them, man. I put them into action first. I plan it out. I start a little bit of thinking, put a little brainstorm inside of my mind, get the lightning clouds and all that type of stuff flashing up there in the old brain. And then once the plan is formulated, that's when I commence the rollout and I put it straight into action. So like I said, man, just don't you fucking worry about what I'm doing. Don't you ask me nothing. Don't you tell me shit, because I'm just doing things on my own time, just doing it at my own pace. And I might switch gears at any moment. I might, one day I'm on this path, the next day I'm on that path. So if you're expecting me to, just go along the straight and narrow down the road to whatever kind of destination that you've already pre-planned, then guess what? You're going to have to back up your navigator and put in some type of new coordinates, because I ain't going to be there, baby. I'm long gone. I am so far off in the distance, just like a tiny little speck on the horizon. If you see the sun, like one of those African fucking documentaries about Africa where the sun is really big and it's on the horizon line, there's nothing but silhouettes. Well, I'm just like a dot in a little tiny pixel in the middle of the sun. That's where I am. So don't bother trying to chase me down. Don't try to stare me down either, because you'll be looking directly into my light. And that's you don't try to take my light from me. You can't dim me. Taking my light from me won't make your light glow any brighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I think on that note, we might take it off to a little musical number. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? One of those old numbers, not the number 1 or the number 2 or any of those types of numerals. I'm talking about a piece of music like notes on a stave or some types of fucking quavers and crotchets and semi-breeze and all that type of shit, all right? So without further ado, here comes a musical item right about now.
to the Milo Experience.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite weekly coveted inaugural segment, The Brodie Report.
The Brodie Report.
Yes, this week, young Brodie thought that he'd dig his way to China, so he went on down to Bunnings, hopped on his bike, drove on down to Bunnings warehouse, right? Thought he'd pick himself out a brand new shovel, eh? So he went to the aisle number 18, got himself a big new spade, and he took it to the cashier. She scanned it through. Yeah, that'll be $18.95. What the fuck? This fucking thing says it was on special, $10. Oh, let me just check on that. So she ran down there and checked on it. Oh, sir, I think you're mistaken. This was actually the shovel next to it is on special. Oh, well, I didn't fucking know, did I? How was I supposed to know? No one told me, did they? She was like, oh. He's like, well, look, tell you right now, if you let me have this shovel for $10, then neither of us are gonna get hurt today, are we? So at that, I mean, it's a hard bargain. It's a hard offer to refuse. So she let shit slide. She said, oh, yes, sir. Yes, it's $10, sir. And Brodie paid his money and was on his way out. Jumped back on his bike. Off out into the bush he went, and he thought, this fucking great day for digging. Beautiful fucking day, nice and sunny. Got a cool breeze. It's just perfect weather. Just a couple clouds in the sky, man. You can't really ask for anything better than that, can you? So he got out halfway Silverton, hopped off his hog, ran out into the scrub a little bit, and he started digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. And he's going to build the biggest fucking, mine shaft you've ever seen. He's going all the way to China. So he was there digging for hours, and hours turned into days, and days stretched on into weeks, and weeks turned to months, and months eventually became years. He was just digging with that spade, and it's just holy shit. He got so deep down that he started to see the flames of hell around him. It's like, oh, what the fuck, mate? I was trying to get to fucking China, not another fucking interdimensional metaphysical realm. So, what does he do? Throws down the shovel and asks the next guy beside him, hey, mate, where can I find a bottle of water or a beer down here? Little did he know that the imp that he was talking to was like left-hand man of Satan, right? So he called upon Satan. Oh, yeah, I think I know someone that can help you out, mate. Just come along with me. Hey, Satan. And bro's like, what, Satan? I didn't know anything about that. What were we talking about, Satan? I didn't know he was part of China. What the fuck? Suddenly out come the two-horned beast. He had a big, long demon's tail, and like he was all ugly and fucking crazy and evil and shit. And he was like, yes, Brodie, how can I help you? And Brodie's like, oh, fuck, I gotta get out of here. So he just turned around and piss bolted, man. He slid underneath the counter. He jumped over a couple of the tables, and he snuck into like one of the mouse holes in the side of the wall. And that's when he looked on the other side, and it's just nothing but mushrooms. He was like in some Alice in Wonderland type adventure scenario. I was like, oh, what the fuck, man? This is the coolest shit I've ever done, man. He started roaming around. He's waving to the Cheshire Cat, and he said hello to the crazy ass cards ladies and all that type of stuff, or whatever the fuck. It was all money and diamonds and roses and chocolate and candy. And Brodie was on cloud 9. But that's when it all came tumbling down. Suddenly the sky broke apart, and there was the big face of Karen Fazala. And it was saying, Brodie, you must return to Earth. And Brodie's like, no, I can't, I don't want to fucking... It's like, Brodie, you must play bass for the Pit Vipers. We got practice tonight at 5 o'clock, you can't hurry up. And Brodie's like, oh! And he got sucked into the Earth realm and landed back on his bed. And he was like, oh, fuck me. And he picked up his bass and he thought, fucking last time I ever tried to dig to China, isn't it? We're getting closer and closer and closer to episode number 20, right? Right, people? Right? Am I right now? Episode number 20 is coming up. We're on episode number 18 right now. And I was thinking to myself, what kind of cool things could I do, or should I do? Should I do anything cool at all, or should I do anything different, or should I just keep on doing the same old thing that I always do? Doing the same old boring, stupid, nonsensical crap, which nothing makes sense and no one cares. Should I do that, or should I do something that's super ultra special? Because, I mean, to be honest, I don't even know what I would do. I haven't really put much thought into it. I'm thinking about getting the big bad Brodie boy on for episode number 20. He was on for episode number 10. And I was thinking about maybe trying to get him on every 10 episodes. It's 10 weeks of nonsense for us to catch up on, 10 weeks of complete and utter bullshit. Neither of us have any lives, especially not Brodie. He's too big to have any type of life anyway. He's too big. He can barely fit on top of his bike. He can barely fit inside of his house, and he doesn't even, you should see his feet dangle off of his little bed because he's so big. He can barely put shoes on his feet, He's a big dude with a tiny little brain. So I was thinking about maybe catching up with him and seeing what kind of pearls of wisdom, what kind of eggs of wisdom that we could crack open the shell to get into their sweet, sweet nectar inside. The ideas, the thoughts, the inner workings, the machinations of the Brodie Stein, you know what I'm saying? The Brodie Meister, the B Dizzle, the Big Diz, as we like to affectionately call him. That's what I was thinking. I don't even know if I'll do that because it's like, oh God, it's such a fucking pain in the ass to talk to Brodie in the first place. We're mates, right? We're good mates. We're pretty good mates. We do stuff. We care for each other, I guess. But he's such a fucking loser, man. I just don't know if I can deal with inviting him on the show again, man, because it's really a pain in the ass to get him to agree to do anything. Even if you spoon feed him all of the ingredients, he will still not come up with some type of recipe because he's not much of a chef. He's not much of mixerini. He doesn't like to mix, man. He's one of those dudes that's off on his own path. He is very individual and unique, but that's why we love him. Am I right? But I suppose before we get there, I've got to get through episode number 19 as well, and I don't think that's going to be anything special. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Time will tell, because I don't plan any of these in advance, man. As you may well already know, motherfucker, I do not do any plans. No, I do not do any plans. I don't like to have plans because then, what they say about the best made plans of mice and men, bruh. They always, it's all just like ideation. It's ideals. That's all they are. They're ideals. They're not reality. It's not based in reality. They're based in fiction, not fact. So I don't like to do anything where people can try to tear me down or things can go wrong. I just live in the moment, man. No plans. Live in the moment. Just enjoy what we have, do what we can, and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I am saying right now. So plans, they always go wrong. They always go awry. You might have someone that tries to, give the inside scoop on your secret plan to someone else, or someone tries to sabotage it for you, or whatever the fuck. That's why any plans that I might be involved in are a one-man plan, just like a one-man band. There's no one else to rely on but me. I put everything into effect, and then I just roll it out as it needs to be, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in complete control of every situation. Ain't no motherfucker gonna come in there with their meddled up mind of badass thoughts and pollute my fucking systems, because mine is full pure, baby, full support, 100% chain driven, clutch pedal to the metal, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the DW 5000 motherfucking chain driven pedals, bruh. So all I can really say is that I'm excited about the future. I'm really looking forward to the way things are developing, and I cannot wait to see how things pan out. Everything is looking real bright, right? And we're going to go into the future together, holding hands, singing around the bongo drum. Kumbaya, my lord. Peace signs and happy yellow smiley faces, you know what I'm saying? It's happy, shiny people. From here all the way out, motherfucker, we'd be going to the stars. We'd be pushing on. We'd be going forward and never back. It's like 3 steps forward, 0 steps back. And we ain't going back to pick up survivors or anyone else that's stragglers. They can all get fucked too. If you ain't with the plan, then you aren't with the man. And I am the man with the master plan. It's Milo, baby. This is episode number 18 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. And I think I'm going to draw it to a close right there. Something a little bit different this episode. We're just doing things straight off the dome. We're just going straight in for the attack. Real raw shit, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for joining me today. I would like for you, if you're listening on YouTube, to hit that subscribe button and share the YouTube video with your friends. And if you're listening on Spotify, hit that follow button and share the Spotify podcast with your friends. Thank you very much for that. Am I right? Yes, thank you so much, people, for listening to episode number 18 of the Milo Podcast. And I will be back next week with another fantastic episode. Toodaloo.